Well, welcome back to Clayton Schick Outdoors. Of course, I'm Clayton Schick. This is currently the indoors in the truck, but I will be going outdoors in a short period of time. It's 3:30 a.m. It's dark. It's early morning. The weather lately has been disgusting, as in windy, like 50, 60, 70k winds forecasted, and it looks like I have one day to go make hay. So we are going to get an early start and hopefully go crack out a couple videos. We're gonna go chase walleyes yet again. I will fish for other fish on this channel yet this year. It's just I love to start out with a bunch of spring walleyes, because this to me is when walleye fishing is some of the funnest, when I can fish them shallow water. Usually they're active, they're biting. It's a good time. So let's get on the road. We've got a couple hour drive to our destination, and let's go catch some big mama walleye. We've arrived. Boat's already in the water. I'm early, and look at, there's still people here ahead of me. I love it. People got the good old walleye. So we're looking for the walleye craze. They want them. They want the big golden walleyes. I think I'm going to do a top 5 right now, just because it's my it's the funnest way that I fish, in terms of like, go out there, try to do your best. I'll do my best to talk techniques, lures, all that fun stuff, but we're gonna do a top 5 again today, and we're gonna chase the big golden walleye. Dirty 30 is the goal. Actually, I'm gonna get 3 30 inchers today. That's the goal. 3 dirty 30s. We're gonna work hard for it. 3 root beer fish. I haven't got a root beer fish yet this year, so today is the day. Rolling up spot 1, pressure's on. Can we make this happen? No idea what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with jerk minnow right there with a 1/4 ounce Kaolin swim bait jig. I could switch up to bait, I could crank. I honestly have no idea. I have nothing set aside where it's like I have to fish this way and only this way. I'm gonna let the fish tell me what to do. Obviously the first step is to find them, and then the second step is to catch them. Oh yeah, come on, big fish, come on. Oh, that was awesome. I don't know if I got a good hook set on him. It may not be as big as I thought either. First fish of the morning though. Jig and minnow, jig and minnow. I don't really even have my net ready yet either. Get that over here. Like I said, I don't got the best hook set on him, I don't think, but he's not as big as I thought he was gonna be either. Okay, still a nice fish. Jig and minnow. First fish, 25. 1 fish on the board, 25 incher. And we want to beat our record. We're definitely going to have to be replacing this fish by the end of the day. That fish came on the old classic 1/4 ounce Kaolin's Google Eye jig, glow. And it's a 1/4 ounce with a minnow. Jig and minnow, baby. That was such a light bite. That fish took forever to bite. Literally just moved over a little bit with the boat. And also I saw a fish right below me, so I dropped the jig and minnow down. And yeah, it took a little bit, a couple charges at it. I don't know if I got the best hook set. It's definitely a decent fish. Not huge, but decent. That was fun. It took forever to catch that fish. What a finicky bite. Oh, so finicky. Looks like 25 and a quarter. 25 and a quarter. Not bad. Need bigger, but definitely finicky right now. Okay. Little guy. Little guy. Little head shaker. Little head shaker. Well, not tiny, but just not what we need, that's for sure. 20 feet of water they seem to kind of been hanging out in right now, though. They are not very aggressive right now. Fat 23 and a quarter. I'm really hoping that it's not going to be a jig and minnow all day and that's it. It's early though. They'll fire up at some time. It's only 9 o'clock. Lots of day left. Oh boy. Oh boy. Way underneath the boat on that one. Stay low, buddy. Stay low. Oh, so much fun. Jig and minnow again though. Jig and minnow again. Can't tell size. I don't like when they're right underneath the boat and I got the boat drifting. Ah, nah. It's just a nice one. Just a nice one. Looks like it's a tagged fish actually. It's tagged. That's awesome. Cool. Okay, tagged fish. We gotta do a tagged fish here. Okay. It's got a kind of a weird tail again here. 23 and a half. Okay, and the tag is F4949. I'll explain more about the whole tag thing here right away, but see it's got a blue tag in the back there. I have to clean it off a little bit, but it's 23 and a half inches. So the University of Regina does a tagging program at some of the tournaments here at Regina Beach Tournament, as well as the Last Mountain Fall Classic Tournament. I'm on Last Mountain Lake right now. So I'll send that information in and they'll tell me when it was tagged and how big it was when it was tagged, and you can kind of see like the growth of these fish. So I submitted all that information into the University of Regina tagging program, which I had shown here a little bit of a screen capture for it. You can just go to Google and search University of Regina fish tagging and enter all of your information in there. That fish that I caught was 23 and a half inches. It was tagged 632 days ago, so almost a full 2 years. It measured at 23.2 inches. So it literally grew just over 1/4 of an inch in almost 2 years. That's crazy. That goes to show you how slow these fish actually grow. Of course, the bigger they get, the slower that they grow, and some fish will obviously cap out too at that size. They'll never grow any bigger. Everything's different. It's always preach about genetics and whatnot in videos, because certain lakes will hold a bigger walleye, better genetics, etc. So I exchanged a couple emails with Chris, and he said if I ever wanted to point out in some of my videos some of like the key objectives of this whole tagging program that they have going on, linking fish condition at the time of tagging to recapture probability, examining movement and important habitat areas. So they also kind of ask you like where approximately you caught it, not exactly, but an approximate idea, so they can kind of like get an idea for how far these fish are moving. Examining the growth between captures, which is what we did here. And then engaging anglers in research and correspondence about fish biology and catch and release. That shows you, like I said, like how important that whole catch and release is. I really feel like we need to lower our limits in a lot of these lakes. I honestly do. With the progression of anglers, there's more and more people out fishing now, and I'd like to see the walleye limit go from 4 to 2. There's no reason to be taking 4 walleye out in a lot of these lakes in a day. I know I do it, but at certain lakes, like I said, when I go to lakes that are like literally food factories where they stock them to be caught and eaten. And not that they aren't at Last Mountain, but that lake, I'm telling you, if we don't be careful and protect that fishery, the trophy fishery that we have will be gone in our lifetime. Mark my words, if we don't take care of that better, it'll be gone. But anyways, that's pretty cool to catch a tagged fish in a video. And thank you to the University of Regina and all the students that participate in that program. I love to see the progression of these fish and see how fast they grow, and I can't wait to catch another one in the future. Well, I think I'm gonna go for a little bit of a drive. I'm getting caught in a rut of fishing, I feel like a little bit too deep. I've got a nice breeze right now. I'm gonna go try to fish some shoreline structure stuff. The water's still cold, 54. I'm sure I could find some warmer water in shallow. And I don't want to get stuck in the hole jigging a minnow and looking for all these like specific fish. I want to go pound some shoreline, look around, and I also want to go learn some new water. So new spot it is. Oh, he ate it and I biffed on him. Nice, there we go. That's a little bit better. I say when I biffed on him, I didn't biff on him, he ate it, and I didn't pick up the bite quick enough. Had a little bit of slack in my line. Oh, that jerk minnow junior, 4-inch. That was the hot bait last time I was here, and it's hot again. 26 3/4. Still hoping for some bigger ones by the end of the day, but a nice 26 3/4. Beautiful. And like I said, that's that 4-inch jerk minnow with a 1/4 ounce Kaolin swim bait jig. Sticky hook. Love it. What to do. Not only am I on the struggle bus right now, I'm driving it, I feel like, for sure. Even though I've caught fish today, like, don't get me wrong, I just don't feel like I've got anything going. I haven't figured anything out. I caught some fish today, 100%. I've got 5 walleyes, but I haven't found anything bigger yet. I haven't seen anything bigger yet. So I'm not really sure, other than maybe just kind of hitting a bunch of different spots, moving around. Could be a bait thing today though, for sure. Could be a jig and a minnow, jig and a leech, slip bobber. I don't know. It just, maybe I could try some hyper rattles at some point too, possibly. That might be a thing. Get some kind of more of a reaction out of them, a little bit deeper, try like 20-25 feet. And yeah, just it's been tougher for sure, not gonna lie, but I'm having fun because it's a beautiful day outside. Old jig in the minnow. That was a little bit deeper, 25 feet. Doesn't feel that big though, so I don't even know if it'd be an upgrade. At this point, I even forget what my smallest fish is. I think 22 inches. Another tagged fish? No way. That's 2 tagged fish in the same day? That's crazy. Okay, this one is 19 1/4. And it's tag F6512. So the University of Regina, Chris Summers, I have 2 tagged fish for you in one day. 2 tagged fish in the same video. How crazy is that? I've only ever caught one other tagged fish, I think, on video, and it was a couple years ago, and I don't even think I ever edited the video. But so this fish, like I said, was measured at 19 1/4 inches. It was also caught 632 days ago, just like the last one that I caught in this video. So this one grew 1.25 inches. So when they're smaller, they obviously grow quicker. And you'll see, obviously, you know, from the other one that I caught, when they get bigger, they start to slow down a little bit. But just to give you some information on that fish, 632 days, and it grew 1.25 inches. Oh, come on. Oh, eat it. That was such a light bite. Wow. Such a light bite. He hardly ate it. Whew. Feels okay. Feels okay. I think I'm at a 23 or 23 1/4 to upgrade. Don't think I'm there. I keep expecting to see another tagged fish. That fish hardly ate it. I've been staying with the jig in the minnow. That's been the best for me today by far. 22. Jeez, that looks big. Oh boy, that looks decent. I hope it's not a pike. I hope it's not a pike. I think it's a pike. I think it's a pike. Must be a pike. Looks kind of long. If it's a walleye, it's a good one, but I'm pretty sure it's a pike. Pretty sure it's a jack pike. Yep. Right on the bottom, I got that fish to follow a little bit. Don't know size. Feels like an eater. Feels like an eater. That's what it looks like. It's gotten so still out right now. These fish are grumpy. Oh, that was a bad hook set. Maybe a little bit better fish. Maybe. Got a boat over there on the edge, so I'm trying to stay a little bit quieter. Feels decent. Should be an upgrade for sure anyway. There it is on the Livescope right now. I saw it at 50 feet out. When I cast it, I knew it was in the area, but then I kind of fished it blind. No, I don't think it's, maybe an upgrade for my 23. Not bad, not bad. Should be a definite upgrade. 25 1/4. Okay, 25 1/4. We still got some hope, that's for sure. We're gonna do this yet. We're gonna finish strong. Well, the last time I was here, the soft plastics were the ticket. That's what I was scoring on for the most part. I did catch some fish on the jig and the minnow, but the fish were a lot more active. These fish are just like moving around so slow, and when it gets glass calm like this, it can be more of a you have to find them than they come to you. I also felt last time the fish were traveling and I was kind of like intercepting them. Today I've really had to work for them, but I still got lots of time. If I got to catch them all the jig and the minnow, I will. I'm going to keep switching up techniques throughout the rest of the day here. I'm sitting good. I don't know how many inches exactly. I'll flash it up here obviously because I just caught that last fish, but there's no complaints. Like my smallest fish is 23 1/2, biggest is 26 1/4 though, so I would still like to upgrade all 5 fish. The old vertical jig right below the boat, baby. Right below the boat. The old jig and the minnow. Below the boat. We're looking for a dirty 30, but this is not it. This isn't even a 28 or a 27 or a 26, but it might be a 25. You ready, buddy? You ready? You ready? You ready? Get in here. Okay. Exactly 25. Okay, a little bit of an upgrade as I get waked by some boats. Time for a little snack. Jalapeno, cheddar. I know it's not jalapeno. It's jalapeno. Jalapeno cheddar sticks here from Good Spirit Meats. Thanks, Jason, for the little package. I have had some of these already. They're very good. I highly recommend them. Jason has his own little butcher shop there that he does wild meat processing for people. You bring in your meat and he will make you some pepperoni sticks. He does bacon as well, and sausage, etc. Very good. Probably some of the best pepperoni sticks I've had. Jalapeno.
Yeah, pick me up a bag of jalapeno chips.
All right. Jalapeno? What flavor is that?
Ricky, the J's silent. You're saying it. The J's like an H, Ricky.
Jalapeno, not jalapeno.
You ever get that feeling when you're fishing, like sometimes you're on your game and sometimes you're just off your game? I feel like I'm so off my game today with everything, and in that sense, then it's been so much harder to like bring a video. I'm still gonna edit this likely no matter what and put it out because it's the struggles. Don't get me wrong, I've had a great day. I've caught a lot of good quality fish. I've just struggled in terms of like figuring out any type of pattern, so I have like nothing to like really talk about, if that makes sense. Like I'm literally, the only way I catch right now is like a jig and a minnow. I've tried plastics, I've tried hyper rattle, I've tried search bait. The only thing I haven't done is crank. I caught that one 26 incher, which is my biggest one on plastics, but the day felt different at that point too. Like the sun was out, it just felt different. Like the weather has changed so many times today. And yeah, it's one of those days where it's like, I don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I'm talking you through the process. It's like, sometimes you're on your game, sometimes you're off your game. Yeah, it got nasty out here, nasty. At this point, I don't need 3 30 inchers. I just want 1 root beer fish, that's it. I just want 1 now. We're not gonna get so greedy as we did this morning when I said I'm gonna get 3 30 inchers today. I think I jinxed myself. It's nasty out here now. Oh boy. That's a big fish. I think that's a big one. Came out right of those rocks. I just thought I would stop on top of those rocks for a second and just drop my jig on top of them and see if a fish would come out, and one did. I think this is my biggest of the day. Oh. That hurts. That's the way my day's been going. Everything about that felt good. Drag was good, everything was good. It's okay, drop again. Maybe there's more in those rocks yet. Ouch. Well, as you can see, I am off the water. It got windy, it just stayed windy and gross, and not that that's an excuse. There's literally only another hour of sun left anyway. I could have stayed out there and toughed it out, but I was just like, you know what? I fished for almost 13 hours I think today, and I'm good. I had a day for sure. It was a tougher day. I'm not upset with my results from today. Like, I caught some nice quality fish, some 25s, some 26s. Very jaded, very spoiled, I know. I had goals of catching some 30 inchers today, and that didn't happen. I was more upset with just my approach, how I handled things today, and the way I fished. And losing that big fish was literally like icing on the cake to just like kind of like sum the day up. Like that was a very heavy fish. I would bet almost anything that was a 29-inch plus walleye for sure. It was heavy. But I thought, since there wasn't a lot of context in this, I was asked a question recently on my last video. It says, ask Dr. Donkey Clayton, what is more important to fishing walleye? Depth for time of year or some sort of structure they like being around? Like I said in a previous video, I'm just getting into fishing and wrecking my brain thinking about how deep to fish things. You know what? Early season, most important is usually water temperature. Look for your warmest water. Shallower usually for early season, especially for walleye. Focus on like your first break from the shore, and then as the summer progresses, like say in July and August, then you start fishing more of your mid-lake structure, which is a mistake I made today. Even though I did hook a big fish there, I was fishing some more mid-lake structure at the end of the day. I probably should have focused more on the shore, but I'll have lots of time to think about that on the way home. And then one more thing I want to just cover quick here. There was a comment here about the whole Livescope being used, etc. I'll put it up here and start reading it. You know, I've been following all of you Canadian guys for years and enjoying you, but this new emphasis on split screens and forward-facing sonar just makes for uninteresting viewing, more like a video game. I know it works, but man, it takes so much of the mystery and natural vibe out of it for me personally. Most of us will never own one of these setups, and it is a bit off-putting for it to be marketed as a must-have. Imagine a device that like that was invented for hunters. Anyone with the money could locate deer using electronics and little knowledge. Maybe I'm too old for these new toys. So I want to cover this quickly. I do appreciate your feedback because I know I checked there. I can check to see how many comments people have made in the past, and you've made a lot of comments through my videos in the past, and most of them are very good. So I do value your feedback and your opinion. The guys that come on there and just one off their first comment where they attack me for the live imaging, I just delete them or just kind of make fun of them. But this I value. I want you to remember this. For the biggest thing is, I make these videos obviously for people, for the viewers, but I have to enjoy them. I have to enjoy myself out there. I have to have fun. For me, part of the fun is learning, and live imaging helps me learn that much quicker. There is still mystery to me, but my mystery might be what's out there. You know, not necessarily like what's going to be on the end of my rod. I want to learn what's out there. I just want to uncover the water. Like if I could drain this lake, pull a plug and just drain it and see all the fish and the structure and all that, I would be all over that. Of course, I wouldn't want to hurt the fishery, but you know what I mean? Like, I just like to see. So live imaging is always likely going to be part of my channel. I will try to make some videos in the future without it, with more side imaging, 2D, all that stuff. But for me, the live imaging is just that much of a learning tool. As far as like not affording it, I want you to keep this in perspective. There's a lot of people, like myself included, and I'm not saying that you do any of these things, but I don't smoke, I hardly drink, I don't go out, we take one vacation a year, we don't do a lot of things. I put my money into my hobbies, which is fishing, which also happens to be my job. So when you have a job and a hobby that is both the same thing, you can afford that stuff. Now, if you just have a hobby, you can still afford that, but it depends what you do, right? Maybe somebody that golfs can't afford to buy live imaging, but you spend how much on golf clubs and a membership, right? Like memberships and courses for a year, $2,500. Well, $2,500 can get you set up almost with a Livescope system. Maybe it's not the LVS 34, maybe it's an older model, but it can get you set up, right? So it's all relative to what you spend your money on. I know they're expensive, I know they're pricey. Eventually they'll come down. There's a lot of good comments below there that talked about like how the Linders, you know, they taught everybody about the technology back in their day, and now we get a chance to teach people about this technology. It's all relative. I do appreciate your comment, I do appreciate your feedback, but the live imaging isn't going anywhere from my channel for the fact that I enjoy it. I really do. I like seeing what's out there, and it adds a lot more to the video. Even if you don't have live imaging, you can still learn and take that and adapt it into your strategies and your techniques. So anyways, there's a couple of questions there and comments that I cover from that video. I feel like there wasn't a lot of context in this video, and if there wasn't, I apologize, but just the way she goes. Jig and minnow, baby. That was the ticket today for the little fish that I did catch, although the biggest one was caught on the soft plastics. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, as always, and don't forget, get outside.